And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, having fun with the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Kathleen Garito. Welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. Now, today we might take us a whole broadcast to get through these celebrations today. So, National Virginia Day. Yeah, we're not going with that one at all. Ants on a Log Day. No good on that one either. Live Creative Day. I can't even draw a straight line with a ruler, so I don't know about that one. We're getting into the good stuff now. Well, I did just come back from a working trip to Paso Robles. So today being National Sober Day, it might be beneficial because we did enjoy some good wines up in Paso Robles the last 4 days. So Sober Day might be good for us. Having beaten anorexia, Eat a Hoagie Day. Found a great place to get sandwiches in Paso Robles. Red Scooter, if you're going up to Paso to do any wine tasting or olive oil tasting, the Red Scooter, good place to get a hoagie. Cream-filled Donut Day. Now, for those of us having beaten anorexia, we're excited about that one, right? That's a good one right there. And yes, Josh, it is National Parents' Day Off Day. I don't know if you're going to get that opportunity. You know, I don't know. I didn't know parents ever got a day off. So I don't know about Parents' Day Off. Maybe I wonder if I can tell that to my kids, although they are a little older. Being Parents' Day Off, I don't know that works. Let's take a look at the markets. It's certainly not their day off. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up significantly earlier in the session. Now it's down about 156 points. S&P 500 is off 4.22. The NASDAQ, that is up 36.50. Oil, wow, oil is at $70.60 a barrel. $70. Now, I felt the wrath of the state of California while I was on this trip because you can't get a plane from Orange County to Paso Robles, at least not that I know of. And they make up for the difference in Paso Robles because I paid, I think it was $4.90 a gallon for gasoline. $4.90 a gallon. Now, look at we don't want to talk to Kathleen about this because it's $3.05 a gallon right now is the average.
No, $2.89. $2.89 I just paid.
$2.89. Okay, so the state is $3.05. You're at $2.89. I don't know about this. Now, our tremendous underwriter, Lori, she's paying $2.90 a gallon. That's the average for the state of Louisiana. They're under $4 now in Nevada, Josh. $3.97 over there. Maybe it's because everyone's going out there to root for the Raiders. I don't know. Did you watch that game last night? That was a pretty amazing football game if you're into football. Here in California, $4.39 a gallon is the average for a gallon of gasoline. I'm telling you, up in Paso Robles, I paid, I think, $4.80 something. I couldn't believe it. And then we just went for a drive through the countryside. $3.17 is the national average for gasoline. Do you want to know? I just look at this and I share this information just so we all understand what we're doing here. So gasoline in, let's take a look. We'll see California. It shows up on my screen in blue as California. Red is the rest of the country. So I don't know if that means anything politically. But California, 439.3. Last year at this time, 323.6. So, today is election day. So elections do have consequences. I know that people tell me, well, the president doesn't control gas prices. The governor doesn't control gas prices. They control policy that does affect gas prices significantly. So when you're voting, if you're thinking about voting today, I keep putting this on our social channels. And I love listening to the misleading advertising that comes from the teachers union. Oh, I shouldn't say that because we've probably got union members listening, right? But here's the issue, right? They come up, and Larry Elder missed the greatest line that he could have done in his advertising, because Californians, I hate to say this, Californians, because I am one, we fall for this every single time. If Larry Elder would have said, vote Elder for the kids, right? All you have to do is put for the kids after any bill. Tax me more for the kids. Yes, it wins. Right? Take more of my money, please, for the kids. And yes, it wins. So Californians, anytime it says for the kids, it automatically is a winning event in California. Elder, all he had to do is say, vote Elder for your elders, right? If it's for the kids or for the elderly, it wins in California. We don't even look at what it says. So vote Elder for the elderly. He would have won the recall election in hands down. He may still win it. I don't know. This is still California, so it's hard to say. But when they come out with this misleading information, the Republican recall, as if the Republicans have any say in California, right? So you think the Republicans could have got a recall election going without the help of Democrats in California? Nothing happens in California without Democrats. So when you come up with Republican recall, now I think Joe Biden is out in California campaigning right now. He's not sure that he is. They had to put a card in his pocket saying, Mr. President, you're in Long Beach. That was before the White House cuts him off. Could you imagine if the White House would have cut off the news feed for Donald Trump? I could have just heard that. You would have heard the screaming from wherever you were that you're fired, right? But the White House now, this is like the third or fourth time they've cut off the President of the United States mid-sentence, right? They just turn off his video feed. Just amazing. Hey, let's see what else is going on in the news. I guess Wells Fargo's back in the news again. Amazing that they can do this. So Wells Fargo, apparently they've gotten caught now, or they've been accused of charging people for rate locks when they deny the loan. That's a fascinating conversation, right? Because the vast majority of lenders don't charge anything, or they charge very little until a loan closes. So is this telling us that Wells Fargo is charging for rate locks and rate lock extensions? Now, we go irate if we just miss closing on time by a day, right? That's not acceptable. But then charging, so add a little salt to the wound. Moving right along. In California, this is another interesting story. So we know that the California Association of Realtors, the National Association of Realtors, right? They've got a lot of clout, and they write these contracts. Now, I probably shouldn't say this one either, but I will. Their contracts are not meant to protect the consumer. They're basically written to protect the realtor, right? They don't want the realtor to get sued. That's the vast majority of the contract. But now the question is, what happens if a consumer contracts COVID while out with a realtor? there's some conversation that there's some brokerages out there that are saying, we want all of our realtors to be vaccinated. All of our agents that have their license under us, we want them all to be vaccinated. Now, they're also fighting that the realtors are independent agents. So how do you force an independent agent to be vaccinated to follow the policy of the company? It's going to be a fascinating lawsuit when this one comes up. So we'll be watching that for you as well. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, interior design, we're going to chat about it. I know absolutely nothing. I told you I have absolutely no creativity, although I could decorate a house in 10, 15 minutes. It wouldn't take me long at all. All it would be is a matter of looking up the phone number of Kathleen and saying, here it is, have at it. You know my wife. The truth about today's buyer demand, we're going to chat about that. And yes, indeed, we've got a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? Certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate support could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce planning professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. And I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, they do have the debt consolidation loan. That's a biggie right now, debt consolidation. Dow Jones now down 158 points, S&P 500 down 6. NASDAQ is up 24.5 points. Let's look. The mortgage-backed securities, they are up 17 basis points, which means interest rates are down. And the 10-year Treasury, it's down 4 basis points. It has dropped below a major point right there below the 30-year or the 25-day moving average. So that's a big area. Now, here is the info of the day. The National Foundation of Small Business. The Independent Business Owner Small Business Optimism Index increased by 0.4 in August to 100.1, above expectations. That's some good news. Consumer Price Index measures inflation on the consumer level, was reported at 0.3%, which was well below expectations of 0.4%, and decreased to 5.3% year over year, matching the estimate. Core CPI rate, which strips out food and energy prices, increased by 0.1% for August, which was below expectations of 0.3%, and decreased by 0.3% to 4% year over year, coming in under the 4.2 estimate. These are some misleading numbers, so we will share them with you in just a second. Why are they misleading? Or they're not really, well, I shouldn't say they're misleading. They might let people get off on they might think that inflation has gone away is the better way of putting it. And no, it has not. It's just that it came off of a different baseline, and that's going to change over the next 3 months. So we'll talk about that a little bit going forward. But that is the Mortgage Minute today, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. If you're looking for that debt consolidation, tired of having all those debts, want to get out of debt in time for the holidays? Yeah, now's the time to take a look at that. And with interest rates having dropped a little bit more today, might be a great time to get started. Check it out, ronsiegelradio.com. Go to ronsiegelradio.com. But that's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. Let us chat with the bi-coastal Kathleen Garito. Kathleen, you were with us right before you became bi-coastal.
Yes. I was.
So welcome.
Yes.
So where are you? What are you up to?
What am I up to? Well, we just opened up our new company here in Boca Raton. And, we're crazy busy over in California. So I'm heading back there in about a week and a half. And, design is just real busy. But, we're having some issues out there with supply and demand of inventory and, air conditioning units and some chips to put circuit breakers together. And so it's kind of delaying us a little bit.
Is that a California issue or is that a nationwide issue?
It's a nationwide issue because my house is delayed here for the same reason. We can't get the air conditioning unit, so nothing else can be installed in the house. Yeah.
Dude, so you're in Boca Raton, Florida with no air conditioning.
Well, no, I have air conditioning. It's the new house I can't get into.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, that would be challenging. I would.
That would not be good.
I'd be calling my local, Camp KOA Marriott or Hyatt or something like that. If no air conditioning for an oversized old guy would not be a good.
You gotta have AC here. Yeah, for sure.
So is it when you're doing design work in Florida versus California? Are there differences in what people like to see in their homes from place to place?
So yeah, it's a little bit different. Coming from the East Coast, I get some of the styles a little bit older. Sometimes, especially down here in Florida, you see a little more Art Deco and stuff like that. But they like the coastal, just as well as the coastal feel that I do in California.
So you're putting on like the. I wear a Hawaiian shirt even though it's California. So is that something that they would basically do in in Florida also? Is that I guess tropical, I guess, is the right term.
Kind of tropical, but it's no different on the West Coast than the East Coast. You know, a lot of them like the farmhouse style, and a lot of them like the coastal look. And then as you get further south, like Miami and stuff, yeah, you're going to see Art Deco. You're going to see bright colors, you know. So it transitions from California, where you have Palm Springs, there's certain looks, right? LA, there's certain looks, and Orange County has certain looks in decor.
Well, LA, I think they don't call that certain looks. I think they call that graffiti.
Well, no, sometimes it's like Hollywood glam sometimes, even though there's some coastal in there, but it's a little more, you know, edgy, should I say.
So the last time you were on, you were talking about the delays in getting furniture, that it was taken forever to get furniture. Is that still the case?
It's still the case. I have a ton of clients in California. I have to fly back in November because it's taken anywhere between 6 to 24 weeks to get furniture.
Wow. So the Costco folding chairs are holding up for a little longer than they were before.
They might be. But you know what? I have to tell you, like every one of my clients, you know, I already let them know in advance that there are these delays, and they're in no rush either. So it's not, you know, there's nothing we can do, right? It's out of our control. So we just try to break the design concept a little bit different and how we want to approach it, so that when everything starts coming in, we can then finish the project. Does that make sense?
You're always so on top of what's going on in design and what's current. Do you ever worry that when you have these kind of delays, that by the time the product gets around, that the trends will have changed?
No, because that would be really quick. Like that, like when a trend to me doesn't just happen overnight. Like where all of a sudden we went from traditional to farmhouse in one day. You know, that's progressive, I feel. And then sometimes people like the traditional feel with a little bit of farmhouse. So anything we're ordering for clients, I don't think it's anything that would be dated at all.
Gotcha. So, and I think you've talked in the past that a lot of your stuff will stick around for a while. You're designing it in a way that it's going to, you just have to change some minor changes. Is that still the case, the way it works?
Still the case. You know, there's still clients that want all the grays, right? Because the grays were big and the farmhouse is big, but slowly progressing to more of the taupes, not the browns, but more of the taupes, just to give it a different feel. And like I always told you with design, it's all the hard things, like from furniture. Oh, there's some feedback. From furniture to paint colors and stuff like that. You know, I do very neutral. I do like materials very neutral, like countertops and backsplash. So this way, anything vibrant we can do in pillows and artwork, and it's easier to move on with those things and bring new things in versus having to redo countertops, backsplashes, and all that other stuff. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So how often would you be saying that we would want to be changing the color scheme from the accessory standpoint?
Okay, so like I'm a crazy nut, and I do mine either 2 to 3 times.
I'm glad I didn't say that and you said that. So.
Well, I'm just saying, like for holiday, I like bringing out the jewel tones a little bit more, you know, because it's holiday and the red.
Wait, Kathleen, you got to back up. I'm a simple guy. What does jewel tones mean? Does that mean like diamonds?
No, it's like reds and golds, you know, traditional colors for holiday. And then I like bringing out the lighter colors for spring and for summer, you know, just to transition it a little bit. I might switch out some artwork, and I might switch out the pillows. I know clients do that, or, you know, they just keep the same artwork and pillows, and as it gets tired, they can switch it out 2 or 3 years out, and it's a minimal cost versus having to change the hard stuff. So
if you're changing out pillows and art, you know, based on the season, that seems like that would be pretty simple to as a refresher for people. Am I missing something?
No, it's super easy. But people don't realize how easy it is. You know, a lot of times people think they have to, you know, redo everything, but they don't realize what they have might be beautiful. And by adding reworking things and bringing some fresh stuff in gives that room a totally different vibe and look.
So I could actually put new pillows and art in the attic along with my holiday decorations. And then when I pull the holiday decorations down, then can I reuse them, or do I have to?
Yeah.
I mean, because I would think that at Christmas or Hanukkah time,
Yeah.
you're not going to. The blue and white is still going to be blue and white, or the red and green is still going to be red and green. So can I use that year after year, or do I have to get new stuff?
No, I have clients that do that all the time. They have holiday pillows. They have certain colors. They keep everything together with their holiday stuff.
Sounds like a simple way of doing things.
It is a simple way, and it just gives it a fresh look. When your house gets that little revive to it, a little freshness, it just feels good when you walk in. It's all about the way you live in your house, right?
Well, I told my wife that all I care about is that I can put my feet up on the counter on the coffee table when I get home. But other than that, she gets to do anything she wants to. And it's got to be livable to me. I mean, and I don't know, maybe I know that I'm odd, but maybe I'm unique in the sense that I just want a livable property. I don't want a museum. We're going to talk more with Kathleen Garito when we come back. Museum versus livable, and we'll see where else we chat about. We've also going to chat a little bit about the truth about today's buyer demand. And we've got that featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, all that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, it's 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio, and if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Our house in the middle of our street.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and divorce decree costs tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rates subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. The truth about today's buyer demand. When it comes to the latest news in real estate, there are a lot of sensational headlines in the media. In times like this, when it can be hard to know what to believe, put your trust in the experts. Those of us in the housing market respect that buying or selling a home is a major life decision, and we offer advice based on what the data shows. Despite what you may have read, the housing market is still undeniably strong. Here's a look at what leading experts have to say about buyer demand today and how it continues to shape the industry. Michael Lane, president at Showing Time, quote, "In general, there are definite signs of cooling demand. However, buyer traffic is still at historically high levels compared to pre-pandemic showings," unquote. Odetta Cushy, Deputy Chief Economist at First Americans, quote, "Seasonally adjusted purchase applications tick up slightly to the highest levels since July. Demand for home remains strong and steady, excluding 2020, not a good benchmark." What happened in 2020? Anybody remember? "Purchase applications are the strongest in a decade," unquote. Selma Hepp, Deputy Chief Economist at CoreLogic, quote, "Home buyer demand pushed price growth to a record high in June, with S&P CoreLogic National Case-Shiller Index clocking in 18.6% year-over-year growth rate. The month-to-month index jumped 2.18%, making it another strong monthly growth and the fastest May to June increase since the data series began," unquote. What it means for you. As a seller, buyer demand is an important factor that helps influence how fast your house will sell and how many buyers may be competing for it. When buyers have to compete against each other for a limited supply of available homes, bidding wars can drive prices up. While things have cooled slightly since the peak of the pandemic housing rush, buyer demand is still far surpassing historical norms. That's why we're still in a seller's market. Bottom line, if you're torn on whether or not you want to sell your home this year, rest assured, it's still a great time to make a move. Let's chat about it. Let's get a game plan together for you. And I'm going to share with you that, I hear a lot of people talking about that we're going into a buyer's market or the housing market is slowing. No. What's happening is the housing market is normalizing, right? For the last, year, 18 months, something like that, we have not been in a normal market. Prices that go up 14, 15, 18, 20%, that is not normal. This market is what's called normalizing. Getting a 3, 5, 7% appreciation, that's a normal market. Now, I haven't looked at in Kathleen's new world over there, but we do know in Southern California, right? Orange County, 5.36% is our average for property appreciation. Kathleen, what county are you in?
What's that?
What county are you?
Oh, Palm Beach.
Palm Beach County. So as quick as Kathleen can say Palm Beach County, my report card comes up. Holy cow, Kathleen. Median home price, $368,000. That's our down payment here in Southern California. 61-year appreciation average, 4.61%. So think about some of the differences. I mean, there are different numbers. Why do you think so many people are going to the Florida area to retire?
Oh,
right? Take your
taxes, right?
Well, taxes, cost of living. I mean, look at that. Look at that median. I don't know what it is in your specific city, but I just looked up for Palm Beach County, right? And $368,000 is the median home price. Orange County, it's $836,000. Same numbers, they're just in a different sequence.
And I think what we're seeing more is between 500,000 and 600,000 here by me.
Okay, so
But
that means
still,
well, the rest of them are the mobile homes. Those are the ones that are affected by hurricanes.
yes.
Right. I mean, and they have to replace those every couple of years. I don't know why they even allow it. It's like a mobile home in Florida is like a house in California that's not earthquake safe.
Correct.
Right. I mean, the hurricanes, you know they're coming. You just don't know when.
Right. At least we get notification, right?
Pardon?
I said, at least we get notification about them. At least we know kind of they might come, right?
Yeah, it's on a track to come get you. We don't get a track for the earthquakes. So before the break, we were talking about a little bit about museums versus living in your home. So what is this? Is there any type of trend on that? Is there any normalcy one way or the other? People do you see that at all?
No, it brings back my Italian heritage when I was a kid and we had plastic on the covers of the sofa and the link plastic fence because we couldn't go into the living room. We don't live like that anymore. I think we're more casual. We want to feel relaxed. We want to come home. We want to chill, So I'm not seeing and I'm not designing any spaces that people can enjoy. The one thing I hear from every one of my clients is I want it beautiful and comfortable.
And not necessarily in that order. Yeah, I mean, that's yeah. I mean, really, when you think about it, I mean, and I've seen some of Kathleen's work, and it's great. So that part is kind of a given. So the idea being, do you want it comfortable or do you want it staged? Right. I don't like the idea of staging.
Yeah, I don't either. Especially, clients that have children, pets, animals, and when we start buying furniture or looking at materials, if we're redoing flooring, any type of flooring and stuff do they have pets? And then just making sure that, it's something that they're not going to have to replace 2 to 3 years down the road, that it's something that's going to withhold the children, the pets, the traffic, and last a long time.
So before we went live, we were chatting ahead of time about us going and visiting a real nice winery up in Paso Robles this weekend. Uh-huh. And my wife said she really would love to have her house just decorated like the tasting room, and not because it had so many barrels of wine, but because it had the way it looked and comfort. Do you get people? Are you able to do stuff like that where you can kind of mimic, or is it mimicking what they've done, or is it a theme that people are really impressed by?
I don't know if it's mimicking. I know, like, when I take on clients, I want to see what their vision is. I'll have them look on the internet. I'll have them go on House, which is a design website, and just pick out things that inspire them. So people could pick out something they've seen in a winery if they like an industrial style. And it really helps pull, not that we have to duplicate it unless the client really wants to duplicate it, but we could do something like it with the style and the things and the purpose of using that space. Gotcha.
Okay. So as long as we have the place to pour the wine, we're okay. We don't have to mimic any other part. We've got to do that. Is there current trends in design right now?
No, because I got to tell, every one of my clients are so different right now. I have one that's a huge farmhouse. I have another one that we're going to take a very traditional, almost log cabin on the inside feel to a very contemporary, clean line type of home. I mean, we're pulling walls out, we're raising things, we're redoing the whole exterior. So everybody is so different, but I do see a lot more modern, and I do see a lot more modern in every different diverse age group. So
how do you define modern for somebody like me that has no taste and no creativity?
Okay, so that's a good question, because a lot of my clients will say, I want modern, and then I ask them to show me photos, and they're either traditional, transitional, contemporary, farmhouse, or they're modern. What we're looking at is just super clean lines, rectangular shaped tiles, just super clean, just very sleek, very basic, very almost cold, without using the word cold, because you want to kind of warm it up a little bit. But it's
so stainless. If I like a lot of metal and glass, what is that?
Metal and glass.
I know. The first thought that comes to your mind is poor taste, but don't. No, I mean
metal and glass. I don't know about that, but I'm just.
I didn't say leather and lace or something like that. So
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. So I guess I guess I'm the perfect one that doesn't know what I like. I know what I like, but I don't know what it's called. So that's a perfect example of what you just said. Say, go look at something online and show me what your definition of that is.
Yes, and Houzz, Houzz is like the best website. We're on there too, to go on there. So if you put modern contemporary fireplace, a bunch of them will pop up, and then you can get an idea of what you think you would like. Or you might say, oh my gosh, I really don't like modern. I like farmhouse, because that's the style that I like more of. And so if you're working with a designer or you're trying to get an inspiration, it's the best way to do it is to go online and really take a look at stuff.
Now, for somebody like me that has no taste, I looked at, and then you're gonna tell me, Ron, that's like 75 years old for an old person, not you. And then how do you bridge that? Where I know that I like the silvers and the like I say metallic type things. My wife likes a wood coffee table. I like a glass coffee table.
Right. So for me, it's super easy to work with a husband and wife, because I could already see Mindy having different ideas from what you have, and it's being able to bring them together so that you're both very happy with the look.
Which that means I get nothing that I like, and Mindy gets it all the way she wants it.
Oh no, you have to. You do, and I'll tell her too. I'll be like, you know what? We need to integrate some of the things that he wants as well. And at the end of the day, both are very, very happy. So
nice.
Yes.
In that case, I got to make sure and call you, because last I heard, all I get is the TV. So we're going to continue our conversation talking interior design with Kathleen Garito, and we've got a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at RonIsMyLender.com. That's RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. 8111 East Carnation Way, Anaheim Hills. 4 bedrooms, 2 full and a 3/4 bath. Beautiful, spacious Anaheim Hills view home with 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, including a main floor bedroom and bathroom, 3-car garage, gorgeous engineered wood flooring throughout the main floor, newer decorator paint and carpet, upgraded base, window, crown molding, designer lighting, we had that the other day. Huge master suite with hills and trees view. 3 mirrored closets, double sink vanity, oval tub, separate shower, remodeled kitchen with upgraded cabinets, induction range, and stainless steel refrigerator. I don't even know what an induction range would mean. Breakfast nook, family room with fireplace, formal dining area. And yes, you get to do your laundry inside. All that from Jim Salem at First Team Real Estate, list price $1.1 million. Let's look at some financing options. 10% down, $39.76 a month. 20% down, $35.35 a month. 25% down, strategically speaking, $33.68 a month. Those are principal and interest payments only. You must add your taxes, insurance, HOA, and mortgage insurance if there is any. And for those of you keeping score, compliance people, I know you listen. That's a 2.835 APR, 2.666 APR, and 2.952 APR, and MLS 217037. Yes, that is 8111 East Carnation Way. It's in Anaheim Hills. It's listed by Jim Salem, First Team Real Estate. $1,100,000 is the list price. Give him a call. If looking at the pictures here, I might even be able to look at the pictures and look at some of my the notes on here, and ask Kathleen Garito to translate for me. That's a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. So maybe we'll do that, Kathleen. You can help me understand what some of these things mean for a newbie like me.
I would love
decorator paint.
Yes.
What is decorator paint? Is that specific? Does that mean it's somebody like yourself who's a decorator that picked the colors, or would it not be neutral? What does that mean? Do you have any idea?
I'm not sure. People might classify it as like a Pottery Barn or restoration hardware color, or maybe it's a color that a builder uses. So like I know my builder itself says it's a decorative paint or designer paint. It's just adding some money to the paint.
Just makes it sound good. There we go.
Yeah.
And it fills out that space area there. So it sounds good to people like me who have no clue what in the world all of that means.
Yeah. Dunn Edwards is perfect. Sherwin-Williams is another good one. And they probably call it designer paint too for some of the high-end paints.
So what is the newest and latest and greatest in flooring? I know at one time, about 5-6 years ago, we had a flood in our kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
and we put in these big tiles, and they were all put in on an angle. Is that a designer idea, or is that just that, my wife saw it somewhere and liked it?
So we used to do that, and the reason for doing it actually makes the space look larger. So when you put the tile on the diagonal, it would make the space look larger. I haven't done that in years. Basically now we're using like rectangular tile or bigger tile. It's just all about bigger tile, rectangular tile. Again, it's that modern, clean lines. Talking about flooring, and I'm doing it in my own home, is luxurious vinyl planks, which is LVP. It looks like wood, but for us Californians who have, water issues a lot. I know I had like 3 floods in my house. LVP is great because as it gets wet, if there's a slat that gets wet, you could pull it up, let it dry, and then put the slat back in. It's replaceable. It's durable with animals. It's great. We even put a barrier underneath it if my clients have animals. So if they, do their business, whatever, on the floor, it doesn't see through, and it's perfect. It's awesome. And it looks exactly like wood. You almost have to touch it. When LVP first came out quite a few years ago, it almost looked like that Prego. Remember that photographed wood? That's how the LVP. So the LVP now is textured, and it's beautiful. Like if you go into a lot of model homes now, they're all using the LVP.
Now, do they put any kind of padding underneath that, or is that right on the concrete?
No, there should be a padding underneath it.
Okay, so I told you I know nothing, Kathleen. It's just
yeah, there's a padding that goes underneath it. Mm-hmm.
So it gives a little when you walk on it. It's not like walking on a concrete or walking on the sidewalk outside.
Correct, and then some of them already have the barrier on it, the slats.
Interesting. Okay, so little bit of new stuff in there.
It's cheaper, it lasts longer, it comes in all different colors, all different styles of wood. It's beautiful.
Now, is this something that when we were talking before we went live, that when we were away, that they had all kinds of throw rugs on top of the flooring that they had in the winery?
Uh-huh.
Do you put rugs on top of this as well?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one of the things that you can then change for the holidays.
I don't know about rugs.
Okay.
Because rugs are so big, and if you're putting them under sofas and stuff, they're hard to move. But rugs just add a little bit of warmth to it.
Okay, so I'm not going to put my reindeer rug underneath the under the sofa. I told you I have no taste. I'm the first to admit this.
I mean, if you have a reindeer rug, bring it on out.
Maybe I can't find one of those. Maybe it's a menorah. I don't know. It's got to go equal opportunity here.
Yes.
So what else is new what else do we need to know about new in the world of design? We only have about a minute left or so.
Just, anybody can have a beautiful home. So many people are like, well, I can't afford to do this. If you just take all of your stuff, declutter, get rid of stuff. I mean, I was in my house for 20 years. It was never ending of throwing stuff out. I will never go back to that again. If you just clear all your old clutter and just rearrange things, move a photo or a picture or whatever to another wall, move your furniture around. It just gives you a whole new, fresh look. People don't realize how simple it is. And I know that people don't have that talent, not everybody, but, like for us, people hire me for a few hours and I consult and I tell them what to do. And in those couple of hours, they have a brand new room that looks beautiful and they're doing it all on their own. Because I'm bi-coastal now, I can't always be in California. I can't always be in Florida. So we're doing everything via Zoom, and I'm telling them what to go out and buy, and they're doing it over maybe an hour and a half phone call. Or maybe they sent me photos, and then I just wrote a whole big list of things that they can go purchase. And they can either go purchase them at Pottery Barn, Home Goods, wherever they want to go. You don't have to buy a $200 pillow at Restoration Hardware. You can get one for $39.99 at Home Goods. They're just as good.
That's great information, right? Because so many people think they've got to go to get the high end stuff.
No.
And you've always brought that information level to us is where there are some great bargains you can get things for. Now, I don't know, what does a pillow at Restoration Hardware cost? I've watched their channels, but I've never been there.
It's insane. I mean, they're nice, but I got to tell you, I see such good stuff over in Home Goods. So for Restoration Hardware, you're going to buy a pillow for like $75, which doesn't include the insert that goes inside the pillowcase. So you're talking anywhere between, I don't know, over $100 to $200. I know I had a client spend $250, $225 on outdoor pillows.
Wow, then think about that. So then you get the other ones for $40. Sounds like one you can replace them all the time. Get new ones every season, which is what you had talked about earlier in the broadcast.
That's it, because you can use indoor pillows outside. Just bring them in. You don't have to go and get the Sunbrella and stuff like that. Just use it when you're entertaining.
Great information as always. If you want more information, if you want to meet Kathleen, give me a call at 800-306-1990. And as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean for engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We will talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio. I can be saved. Tides that I tried to swim against.